Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005.
Yes, it's going into week 13 with the Crusaders in season 6. But before we do, we're going to talk a little bit about high shot trajectory.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
of course, we all know how important high shot trajectory is.
That's right. Especially in golf.
Yeah, well, it applies to football too, it would seem. But anyway, as you can see here, I'm playing with my team, the New York Spitfires.
Yep.
And this was that single back 4 wide receiver set, right?
Yeah.
With the 2 wide receivers on each side that are basically staggered, so the slot guy is slightly back on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason it looks like single back empty is because when you motion the halfback out to one side or the other, it looks just like single back empty.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, for all intents and purposes, it basically is that formation.
Yeah, the only difference here is right now with the way you have the halfback motion out, it looks like it's just horizontally flipped. But it looks like single back empty 5 wide receivers.
That's right. For all intents and purposes, it is. And instead of flipping the formation, if I wanted to, I could just motion him to this side instead.
Yep.
But we're talking about high shot trajectory today. So we want to watch wide receiver Ernie Tubbs here. Okay. And of course, the bad men have very foolishly decided to crowd the line and not play any deep safeties and that kind of thing.
Against basically 5 wide receiver set.
Against basically a 5 wide receiver set. Okay, at least they have everybody covered by a man, but it looks like they're trying to set up some kind of a blitz here or something, maybe. Although the 2 guys in the middle drop off. So they just basically decided to crowd the line.
For no good reason.
For no good reason. I mean, it's 2nd down and 10, right?
Or more.
Yeah, or slightly more. About 2nd down and 10-ish, right? So there was certainly no reason to justify lining up this way. And I'm not sure who those guys are.
They're the safeties.
Yeah, they're the safeties. So they basically got the safeties crowded up to the line. And then they've got a linebacker covering that slot guy. And linebackers covering these 2 slot guys.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's mismatches across the board.
So mismatches across the board. But I decided to test the outside cornerback here because Ernie Tubbs is the fastest player in the league, right?
Yep.
He's got 99 speed and a massive amount of acceleration and tremendous agility. And so here he goes. And it doesn't take very long for me to line up and throw this pass. Basically, he's made his break and just started. And if the line of scrimmage here was about the 49, I guess, 49-yard line. Okay. So by the time he gets to be about 12 or 14 yards downfield, well, that's when I'm ready to throw the ball.
Yep. The classic streak drill from the ring game.
And you'll notice that the ball travels in an extremely high arc, like it disappears off the top of the screen.
Yep.
Okay. And you can actually make the ball do that on purpose. And you'll notice that the safety here, I mean, if they'd have been playing normal 2 deep safeties, even this might not have worked, right?
Yep.
But they had this guy crowded way up to the line, so of course
he's behind.
He can't make up that distance. And number 42 there, he must be pretty speedy, and number 20 must be pretty speedy too.
To keep up with
Ernie Tubbs. But you can see how high the ball is when it comes in and drops into him, right?
Yep.
And if that's a normal touch pass, it's going to come in at a much lower trajectory, and then number 42 would have a chance to jump up and maybe tip it with one hand, right?
Yep.
Because quite often on those long passes like that,
that's what happens.
That's what happens. You know, you tried one in our last game against the Ponies, actually, and
that's exactly what happened.
And Earl Lewis there, the strong safety, was covering your slot guy running the streak down the field, and you tried to throw this type of pass.
Yep.
But you didn't get that full high arc.
Yeah.
And so Lewis was able to leap up and just, get his fingertips on one hand on the ball, just enough to redirect it and make it fall incomplete, right?
Yeah, well, it's very difficult to get that high arc in this game.
Yes, it is, actually. I try to do it a lot whenever I throw this type of pass, but I would say my rate of success is probably 1 or maybe 2 in 10.
Yeah, well, it's something that's called a lob pass as opposed to a touch pass.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that in Madden 05, it is very, very difficult to execute a proper lob pass because you get touch passes almost all the time you try, because it's like you have to...
The timing is very
it's
precise.
Almost frame perfect.
Yeah, the timing is very precise.
In, say, Madden 07, which is another game that I have some experience with, the lob pass is actually documented in the game and built in as a input, and you have a much, much bigger window of time in order to attempt that input.
Yeah.
In fact, you end up throwing lob passes by accident when you mean to throw touch passes half the time.
Yeah, well, in order to throw a lob pass, you have to press forward and the appropriate pass button at exactly the same time.
And you have to release the button very, very quickly.
Yeah, and release the button very quickly. And you know, like I try, but I'm a little too heavy-handed most of the time. Like I might have the button held down just a
tad too long, yeah.
or my timing will be off and I won't press forward and the button exactly the same moment or whatever, right? Like it's very hard to get the timing right on it, but when it does occasionally happen, you get rewarded, right? Like, like you can see the angle that this ball's coming in down,
like a punt.
It's coming down like a punt, exactly. It's a very steep angle downward, and whereas a normal trajectory touch pass would be coming in considerably lower, like maybe...
instead of coming in at like 45-degree angle, it comes in maybe at a 30-degree angle.
Yeah, and it would be within arm's reach of this defender here, right?
Yep.
If he were to jump, and I'm assuming that because this is an all Madden cornerback, that he probably has very good leaping ability.
Yeah, he can probably jump half his body in the air.
Yeah.
Right, like...
But here,
50 inches.
because I got the nice high lob pass, he doesn't stand a chance, right? So anyway, and because I've got Ernie Tubbs on the team here with his 99 speed and 98 acceleration or whatever the hell it is, I mean, I've got a couple of players on this team that are basically Kelvin Allen level draft triumphs, right?
Yep.
You know, and Ernie Tubbs is one of those guys. Right. The other guy, of course, is the defensive tackle, Roman George. The
guy with the 400-pound sumo wrestler acceleration.
The guy who accelerates like a 400-pound sumo wrestler, and he weighs 325 pounds and has like 95 strength or something like that, right?
400-pound sumo wrestler acceleration is 99 acceleration.
Yeah, that comes out to 99 acceleration. So, yeah, I've got a couple of extremely fortunate draft picks on this team. And it just happens every now and then. But anyway, we'll pause and move on. Okay. Whoop, got to pause again for a moment.
And we're back.
Yeah, again. Yeah, I thought I had... you just had to remind me to actually load the franchise here. I'm kind of screwing up today. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit first about how our season has been going. Particularly defensively, because last week we had a fairly tough game against the Ponies that was actually pretty low scoring for most of it.
Yep.
And a final score of 23-6, which is about the most respectable score that anybody has managed to post against us in a while. So if we go all the way back here, okay, that touchdown was by the Ponies as well.
Yep.
Although that was a kickoff return for a touchdown. That was not a touchdown allowed by my defense.
Yeah, that was my fault.
But anyway, we have to go all the way back to week 2 for the last time that I allowed a touchdown.
On defense.
On defense. And I've only allowed I've only allowed 2 touchdowns on defense this season. Right?
Yep.
Which is why my defensive statistics so far are absolutely crazy as far as points allowed goes, right? I mean, the Ponies scored 6 points on us, and that's the first time anybody has scored more than a field goal in like 6 games, right?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Although the Ponies have been playing us tough both times we played
them. Well, I was amazed because for a team that was 1-9 going into week 12, I was very surprised that they played as well as they did. But, yeah, they gave us a tough game. They were one of the better teams that we've played so far.
Yeah, it really doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are, and it's Washington here coming to visit us, and it's the game of the week, and they are 8-3, And if we look at them, well, they're all offense all the time, although their defense ranking is equal to ours. And their special teams look like they're pretty good too. So this could actually be a fairly challenging game too. In fact, in the practice league, these guys are the guys that scored 24 points on me.
Oh, geez. Well, let's hope they don't get...
Although in return, I scored 50 on them.
Well, right? I'm not anywhere near as explosive as you are, though.
Well, I tend to... They still make the same defensive mistakes and that kind of thing. And I mean, obviously, in the practice league, these guys haven't evolved exactly the same way that they have in this league. Right?
That's right, yep.
But... so there's going to be some differences.
Well, there can even be differences in the same season if you like mirror the seasons, because different players get injured and stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes different players even win the position battles.
Yeah, that's true. There is a certain amount of random chance, I guess, that makes it different, because that's essentially what I'm doing in the Crusaders practice league, is mirroring this season, right?
Yep.
What I did was I made a copy of this particular franchise on another memory card, because I feel that for practicing and demonstrate or developing playbooks and that kind of thing,
you want to have as close as possible.
You want to have it as close as possible to the actual team that you're going to be playing with. Right?
Well, you're a lot more dedicated than I am. I just develop my shit to be as generic as possible for the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, well.
And I expect it to be like a 65 overall cupcake team running it.
Yeah, well, I've always, even for a long, long time, I mean, I always liked, the teams that play tough defense, right? I like the Madden 05 era Baltimore Ravens, and, like that kind of stuff, right? Like, I like those kinds of teams, right? And I like my teams to play like that too.
Yeah, well, I think that's why we ended up playing the Steelers in Madden 12, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Although we didn't really need a defense or even an offense for that game.
No.
All we needed was Mendenhall and his backup, who got 2,000 yards on the season. The backup got 2,000 yards on the season, and Mendenhall himself had more rushing yards than Tom Brady had passing yards. So, that just goes to show you how broken Madden 12 is.
Yeah, it was pretty broken. Anyway, we're watching Calvin Allen warm up here.
Wow, look at that pile of guys down there jumping and yelling.
Yeah, I think I threw one pass in that season, and it was an accident.
Yeah. Yeah, you accidentally called the wrong play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the time you realized that it was too late to audible out of it.
Yeah. But it was not a completion either. But because of that one pass, Ben Roethlisberger was on a cold streak all season long.
He ended up with a quarterback rating of 0, right? Because he attempted one pass which fell incomplete.
That's right.
Anyway, yeah, that was terrible. The Madden franchise itself, whoops, I'm not doing offense, I'm doing defense.
At least I can say that no matter how good, because I feel like I'm pretty good at running, especially in this game, I'm pretty good at running, but I can't get away with doing nothing but running in this game, no matter how hard I try.
Well, like I was going to say, I think that, after this season, like after this year, the entire Madden series just went to shit, right? Like it was just it's almost like when they got the exclusive license, so they just stopped trying.
Yep.
Right.
That's exactly what it's like. See, monopoly's bad. You got to have competition in your free market video game.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? When I never played the game much, I do have a copy of it. I think NFL 2K8.
Yeah.
And but I watched some comparisons of gameplay and of results and how the players on the field play for similar plays between 2K8 and Madden 26 this year, because Ryan Moody, of course, was on his soapbox again.
Yep.
And the game actually, 2K8 as a game actually plays better than Madden 26 does. Like the defenders choose better pursuit lines. They play their positions better. You know what I mean? Like there's more. It's almost like there's some intelligence there.
Yep. I mean, arguably, at least 2K fans will say as much. Though then again, maybe they're not the best source, but they'll say that 2K was always better than Madden, right? That Madden always had sort of a reputation of being a bit of an arcadey style football game.
Yep.
Whereas 2K went more for the simulation route. And as a result, they had better defensive AI. And they had, you know, other things that were more realistic, like sideline catches, which ended up being introduced and then reintroduced into Madden after being taken out.
Yeah.
Or fade passes, which weren't in Madden. I don't even know if they're still in Madden, right? Because like they have the pass or the plays to throw fade passes, but they aren't done properly like they are in 2K.
Yeah.
And that's actually something that Ryan Moody was tearing the shit out of about 5 years ago. I remember seeing a video on that. And I don't know if they've rectified that in the most recent 5 releases since then, but it was 2021 then, and they still hadn't fixed it, so...
Yeah, well...
These are two of the most talented.
But there are also issues in modern Madden that were issues in this game, too.
Yep. Well, especially offensive line blocking and that kind of thing.
Or players with their zone coverage where they walk to the middle of their zone and then stop.
Yeah.
Although I would say players are more active in their zones in this game than they are in modern Madden. Right? Because at least if somebody enters their zone, they start to make a break towards that player, or if they have a very high awareness and somebody's about to enter their zone, they start to make a break towards that player.
Yep.
Whereas in Madden, modern Madden, they just kind of go to the center there of the zone and stand there, right?
Yep. I know exactly what you mean. I've seen examples of it actually shown. Right.
Wow, look at this.
They're coming out, crowding the line right away. So while we were chatting there, Edwards ended that drive with a sack.
Yeah, we were kind of a little busy.
Yeah.
I don't know why we ran the clock there. Okay, we're going to overthrow it to Allen.
Yeah, that's the thing to do today. Right?
That was a terrible overthrow. I probably should have just thrown that as a touch pass anyways.
Gonna overthrow curl passes now, hey?
Yeah. I should have thrown it as a touch pass.
I can see overthrowing an out or a post or a corner or something, but a curl? Really?
Linebacker's going to come through the line. No, he's not. He's going to get blocked by Easley. Nice job, Easley.
Brings him down at the 34. Pickup of about 8. Third down, and the spot they'll have to reach for a first is the 33. Rhodes in motion. Hands off to the tail.
Slipped off of Easley there. Easley couldn't hold on to him. Easley engaged him, but he couldn't hold on to him at all.
Yeah. Well, he did that rip move to the outside, right?
Yeah, but normally it takes him a moment there in order to get sorted. He managed to get that rip off before I even had a chance to get out of the backfield.
You got ripped off.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I guess we'll get a field goal out of this.
And it's up.
Because we have that kicker with the amazing strength, the amazing leg, right? The amazing kick power.
When you make a kick like this one.
Yep. And he's still young, too. He'll be around for a long, long time.
Yeah, well, we drafted him for his amazing kick power that he didn't have when we drafted him, right? We got scammed.
3 and out on the last series. It's first and 10.
But yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that overthrow on first down. If I hadn't done that, we'd have been golden.
Yep, shouldn't have done that overthrow.
Dropping back to the pass on first down. Throwing. And he can't hang on to it.
Well, that was a running back trying to catch that, and it looked like it was a bit behind him, too. What was going on there? Oh, it was the fullbacks like sneaking through the line there?
That's right, yep. And
yeah, it looks like
he can't make a hands catch.
Yeah, well, it looks like it was a bit behind him, too, right? where it came in. I think it was a bit behind him.
Yeah, but it looks like, too, he can't make a hands catch anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
He probably would need to be making a body catch on that. I mean, there's a lot of fullbacks in, and this is true of the real NFL, too, I guess. But there's a lot of fullbacks in this game with not very good hands.
Yeah.
Right? Most fullbacks can't catch. If you get a fullback that can catch, he's amazing, but most fullbacks can't catch.
Wade hammers him at the 28.
Okay, well.
Yeah, the defense is real good at putting it into complete.
Although maybe that's a little bit exaggerated from a Madden perspective. You know, after all, professional football players are professional football players, damn it.
Yep, that's right.
Throwing.
Oh, what was that?
He got greedy, tried to pick it off, and missed.
Okay, well, now you're sitting on the bench, buddy. Danny Jones is going in to play your position. That was our backup free safety.
Yeah, he got greedy, tried to pick the pass off, and missed.
Yeah, you do see some things that I don't like in this game, too, occasionally. Like, a defender on a low pass, a defender and a receiver will both drop to their knees side by side.
Yeah.
And then the ball warps to the receiver, right?
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, well, quite a bit of gameplay was scripted back in these days. But to be fair, they had processors running these games that ran in the frequency of megahertz.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I can't remember, but I think a PlayStation 2 had something like...
That was a direct snap. Did you see that?
Yep. If a PlayStation 2 had something like 64 megs of RAM or something like that, I can't remember. I could probably look up the specs. But they were not high-spec machines. Right, and the GameCube was similar, a similar machine of similar capabilities.
Hey, look at that. He stood still and just went to sleep there.
Yeah. See, now that that safety gave up that shit, right? What's going to happen? They're going to get the big drive now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was pretty key, right? But then on that play, too, that was Danny Jones standing there in the gap, and he just stood there and watched. He didn't react, right?
Yep.
He just stood there.
Jefferson holds him down behind the line. He's there again for a stop behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play.
He's one of those every down players. He's not a situational guy. You want him out there in every snap. He's smart, he plays with leverage, and you can count on him to make the big defensive play just when you need it.
Yeah, basically the CPU for the PlayStation was a 300 megahertz processor.
Yeah.
Closing in, gets rid of it.
Oh.
And he is bumped out of bounds.
Wow.
At the 29-yard line. Jones was there to make the catch for the first down.
And it had 32 megabytes of main memory and 4 megabytes of video memory.
So they have first and 10 here. Duck comes in motion. Pass play here on first down with the throw.
Nice. That was Danny Jones. Oh, come on. That's bullshit. That penalty never gets called. See, home field disadvantage.
Let's have a look here. That's Jefferson, right? He's coming from the outside. I don't know. I mean, it looks to me like
he flopped.
Yeah, he
flopped.
I didn't see any contact there.
Yeah,
although,
it was Jefferson's left shoulder touching him, and then he flopped.
That's garbage. Wow. Wow, that's total garbage. What a garbage can penalty that was. Holy shit.
The GameCube had a 486 megahertz PowerPC processor.
Play of this drive.
As opposed to the 300 megahertz MIPS processor of the PS2. How much RAM did it have? Let's find that out.
Number 52 makes the tackle at the 12-yard line. Just about a 3-yard
Boy.
It had 24 megabytes of main memory. It had
and this is the
looks like 3 megabytes of memory tied to the GPU, and then 16 megabytes of just regular old DRAM for use as an I/O buffer for DVD reading and buffering. So, yeah. They weren't high-spec machines. Like, you can buy a laptop these days that is more powerful than a GameCube or a PS2 by a pretty significant margin.
Yeah.
At least in terms of raw specs, right?
5-yard line is where they have to reach.
But that's not really a surprise. I mean, I had a laptop from 2011 that could run Skyrim. Right? You couldn't run Skyrim on a PS2 or a GameCube.
Pressure slings it to the outside.
Well, gonna hold them to a field goal.
In fact, actually, I might be able to run Skyrim on my current laptop, which I actually bought for work. I bought that thing as like a $200 used thing to just throw away on and not really care about. And it's got like 16 gigs of RAM.
The visiting team the visiting team are lined up for
Well, I don't know about that field goal. I'm kind of...
Yeah, well, basically it's the home field disadvantage, right? And it's all down to that roughing the passer penalty, but, you know, I bet you the momentum bar swung the wrong direction when that guy got greedy and went for the pick.
Yeah, well, had a couple of players make really boneheaded plays on that drive, right?
That's right, yeah.
You know, and on that other one, it was a third down running play, and I had a defender standing in the gap there about 4 yards off the line of scrimmage, and he just stood there and watched that play develop completely, right?
Yep.
It's like you don't need to read the play that long, right? You know, 2 seconds after the handoff has already occurred, you should be pretty, you know, aware of what kind of a play it is.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Hand it off.
Well, they had man coverage there, so I figured I'd just take one of the tight ends away.
Yeah, sure. Well, he drew a coverage guy away and gave you a little more room over there.
He just exploded towards the marker that time. That was a big-time run.
Calling an audible now. Number 35, the motion man. Handed off to the back.
I motioned the tight end to try to pick up somebody coming through the gap there, because I had a feeling somebody was going to shoot through the gap there. And, yeah.
They hardly ever do, though. Right. He goes wandering off upfield somewhere looking for somebody that, you don't know. You're not even sure he even finds them, right?
Wow, they are insistent on crowding the line, man.
Yes, they are.
Drops back. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver.
Yeah, swim forward, Marshall. There you go.
Yeah.
Jenkins throws that pass for a gain of 7.
Oh, yes, you're running the same single back 4 wide receiver formation that I like to use.
Oh, yeah.
Except that I turn it into the single back empty 5 wide when I want to pass, right?
The visiting team come out in a nickel package.
Wow, you know what? I was going to say, if you'd audibled that right slot guy to an in, he probably, or even a drag, he probably could have picked up yards.
With the throw.
Oh, come on, Herman. That hit you right in the hands.
Tight end was right there, but he just couldn't get the pass.
Ah, my God.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver playing out of position, though, right?
Yeah, but he's a wide receiver, man.
I know.
Should catch that.
But that's something I noticed in this game, right? Wide receiver in a tight end position or in a running back position, which sometimes can happen due to audibles called, will drop a pass far more often than he will otherwise, right?
And yet a tight end playing in the wide receiver position won't have that problem.
No. In fact, a running back who goes out and is audibled into a wide receiver position
won't have that problem.
Doesn't have that problem either. It's just one of those phony baloney things, right?
So they have first and 10.
Well, and he cleanly beat the guy, like, really, really good.
Yeah.
Number 5 with a man.
Well, we got her inside the 20 punt, though, and that should help the momentum system.
Gets rid of it. Incomplete pass.
Well, I think I had that pretty well covered.
Yep.
Trying to pass his way out of a hole here, or what?
If I remember correctly, this guy loves to pass.
Behind his fullback in the eye. Drops back with the throw.
Because I think I remember this guy.
Diving.
He loves to pass.
Number 5. Just do a perfect touch pass to him.
And because he got him the ball
Swamp Rats in
high,
general
he's
are a
able
very
to catch it on the
pass-happy
run
team.
and pick up
Yes,
some
they are.
great yardage after the catch.
It's 3rd down and 4 to go.
They like to throw the ball.
The defense is shifting. Back, the lone back. Dropping back, under pressure. Gets rid of it.
Oh!
Almost a big turnover.
Well, I got the big hit from the outside linebacker there, and
Almost got a pick.
I know, but Mills seems to be having a bad day because on that previous drive there, when the last man back tackled that guy on the right sideline, well, that was Jones tackling him because Mills missed the tackle, right?
Yeah.
You know, he seems to be having a problem today.
Well, I guess we all have off days.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
I don't like that linebacker lineup. Give me something different. Yeah, I like that. Give me that.
Hill, the motion man. He gets the carry. Breaks free. Big pop that time.
Boom! That was big-time football.
Yeah, well, I've said it before, and I'm just going to say it again. Calvin Allen, MVP this year.
Well, he's actually in the running, though. Like, it's...
You think? He's probably past 2,000 yards rushing already.
Dropping back to pass on 1st down.
And he catches passes too, right?
And he just got level.
I mean, to be fair, like, you know, an offensive lineman can catch that pass.
Well, I don't know. I've seen other players drop that pass, but
I've seen Calvin Allen drop that pass, to be fair.
yeah.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
But he is almost your entire offense.
Boom! I love that. Send that guy on his ass.
Yep.
That's what happened here.
Yeah, well, when Calvin Allen starts to get tired, though, we got to bring out the other guy.
Yeah.
I mean, the other guy is not bad. What are they doing? Double coverage? Some kind of double coverage nonsense. Now they're going to audible into something completely different.
It's probably still double coverage. They just backed the safety up. Nope, it's a 1 deep.
And White is very, very good at catching the ball.
Yep. He was a 1,000-yard receiver for me last season. And in the practice league, he actually is the leading receiver on the team, too.
Nice! That worked out this time.
Yep.
So he puts his head down and punches it in for the score.
He was like a locomotive with a full head of steam.
Now that one, I had to audible to the sprint there, and then I brought the tight end over to fill up that gap.
Well, every now and then, everybody does what they're supposed to do.
You know, sometimes the thing is with the tight end motion, and the reason why I do it is, in theory, it's supposed to work, and sometimes in this game it does work. But sometimes he'll cross the formation like a retard. Right? And you just see him running completely horizontally as if he's got a pull assignment to the other side of the line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because there's an invisible line between him and a defensive player that doesn't switch or break for some reason.
Hey, man, you could see those invisible lines in Madden 12. That's one thing that game had that this one doesn't.
Yeah, you could see how the blocking was going to fuck up, right?
Yeah. Maybe that's why my rushing game was so good.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that, and it just seemed like it didn't matter who I handed the ball to. Just, you know, everyone could run the ball.
To be honest with you, playing defense in that game
was man under 2.
was man under 2, but it was also like a total nightmare because, it was basically dice roll football. Right?
Yeah, you had no impact on the play whatsoever.
You had no impact on the play whatsoever. Sometimes good things were going to happen. Wow, that was a dangerous pass.
Although you found out that specifically it's not even man under 2, it's 4-3 man under 2.
Yeah.
And only 4-3 man under 2. And only I formation big dive play.
That's right.
Can't remember, did I do that out of I formation big twin tight end or I just regular I formation big?
Closing in, gets rid of it. The 30. Carswell stops him at the 33-yard line. Seems like
I guess it doesn't really matter. All we know is that Hines Ward was our Hall of Fame blocking wide receiver.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right there, he just showed his line.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter.
I mean, I might hand the ball off 50 times in a game if I'm having a really good day running in this game, but I probably handed the ball off close to 80 or 90 times a game in Madden 12.
In Madden 12, you didn't throw any passes at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
So,
well, there was preseason. Preseason, I tried passing, and it didn't work out very well at all. So I was just like, I'm never going to throw passes. And as it turns out, that was the right decision.
yeah.
As stupid as that sounds. Oh, that's a face mask.
Man, 2 missed tackles and then a face mask on that play. I guess that the dice roll came up positive yards no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Garbage.
Like I said, home field disadvantage, right?
Yeah, well.
It's 1st and 10.
It's just cheesy things like that that keep them going too, right?
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Aimed it off to the back.
That's a face mask.
Right in there and brings him down.
Wow. Okay, so
Somebody needs to take a saw to this man's face mask.
in the first drive, right? They moved their way down the field due to some really bad defensive play, and now they're moving down the field one penalty at a time, right?
Yep.
Number 5 scans the defense from the gun. Slings it across the middle. Good read, finding the single coverage in the secondary. First and 10. Pressure coming. Flings it to the outside.
Another face mask.
That's like 4 face mask penalties on this drive. Wow.
The officials are signaling
Home field disadvantage, man.
Wow, that's unreal.
Home field disadvantage.
What is this? What is
This
this?
time he got caught pulling him down by the mask.
Well, this is Madden.
I know, but it's maddening.
quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind.
There. At least they can't call me on for a face mask on that.
Yep. Yeah, good job there, by the way.
Oh,
It's
man.
all about effort. His motor's always running at 100%, and he's got the experience to diagnose plays very quickly.
Shifting some personnel up front. The backs are lined up in an eye. Pressure, slings it to the outside.
Yeah, that was never going to go.
Nope. I was playing man 3 flats there, right?
First down marker. Porter will come in now to punt it away. Here's the punt.
Well, that's going to go into the end zone.
Past the goal line, no return here.
I try and give that first guy on the coverage team a little bit of a bump.
Just so he can't try to knock it back in.
Just so he can't try and dive and bat the ball back into play, right?
Looks like he's changing the play. Number 35 goes in motion.
I have a space backer out there that I need blocked. Can we do it?
I don't know. Nope, he ran right by him. But then it didn't matter because that guy wasn't the factor anyway.
Yeah, somebody came right through the middle of the line there.
It's impossible to run when you have guys in the backfield just as soon as you snap the ball.
What happened there? Somebody drop a block at the line of scrimmage? No,
they were blitzing.
That guy
They were
blitzing through the middle.
They were sending 6, right? That left outside linebacker was also coming.
Dropping back. He's looking with the throw.
Oh, he didn't hold on to it.
No.
Mills didn't have much room to do anything with that.
Come on, Mills.
I think this might be Mills' last season anyway.
Figure so, huh?
Well, he's getting up there in age, and he's one of the oldest players on the team. And I've noticed that his performance, I mean, you don't throw as much as I do anyway, but I've noticed that his performance has definitely declined this season, right? He dropped a lot more passes, considering, in fact, I think he probably has almost as many drops this season as he did for me last season. But I threw twice as many passes to him as you do, right?
Drops back. Looking for an option.
Well, I need him to make that one.
Yep.
Stops him at the 31.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. We're in a hole here on 3rd down. And they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
Yep, definitely you needed that one. At least you were able to keep that 3rd down to 10 or less so that you could throw the slant, right?
Jenkins with a man in motion. They get the call again. Loses one tackle.
Can't quite make it.
No.
He's feeling it right now. Either that or he's numb all over.
I know. Sad about a 10-yard run, right?
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Yeah, get the right play going, get the right guy moving. Well, you managed to pick up the 1st down at least.
Yeah, well, when I saw that guy loop around both tight ends, I mean, come on. I just decided I was going to barrel straight forward.
Yep.
Turned my sprint play into a dive play. Which I guess it works for that.
Yeah, it works for that.
Jenkins with a man in motion. Looks like he's changing the play. He'll pass on 1st down. Gets rid of it.
Hey, see that? He can catch the ball and hold on to it when he takes a hit.
Well, that's why I throw to tight ends so much, though, is because they're tough.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little tougher than the wide receivers are, especially when they take those hits from the linebackers right over the middle.
I don't like the way those linebackers were lined up.
Drops back. Under pressure with the pass. He hits his receiver.
A little bit of a slow release there, but...
Well, you managed to get it away anyway. You're just slowly but steadily moving down the field.
Nice looking drive here.
Oh, I like the way this looks.
Yeah, now they're moving the safety up to try and help out.
Allen. Tillman brings him down at the 41. Allen got the carry there and is now closing in on 100 yards rushing.
No, we weren't able to flatten Tillman, though.
Nope, not that time. I guess you can't knock him down every time, right? Every now and then he wins the battle, too.
Yeah, unfortunately. Ooh.
Yeah.
Calling an audible.
Well, if they're not going to lock up on those tight ends, then I think I'll stay like this.
Yep, stay like that. Ooh, you just managed to get that handoff away, too. Oh, there, you ran over him that time. Ran over another guy and another guy.
I think Allen's going to be tired after that play.
Well, yeah, actually, White's already subbed in automatically. Yeah, he broke 3 tackles on one play there. Wow.
Calling an audible now.
Yep. You don't see a player like Kelvin Allen very often.
Oh, it was a number 77 there dropping his block so he could go and block the safety.
Well, it's weird because if you look at the replay of that guy started to the outside at first, and then he went back to like he was going to go back to the inside again.
Yep.
See that?
Yeah, he even got re-engaged again.
And then he went back to the outside again, right?
Yeah, basically, number 77 didn't have a handle on him at all.
Yeah, he was just handling Vincent there completely, right?
They'll make this a 2-possession game if they get into the end zone on this drive. They're just inside the 20.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Even got him to shift the line and everything if you can get around them.
Yeah, this is a new thing. I just thought of it today, so.
Well, you just thought of it today, and you're going to get a nice run out of that.
See, that's why we put White in it at running back.
Yeah.
Kelvin Allen's still tired. He's still on the sideline.
Yeah.
They need 5 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, well, it's tiring when you do nothing but carry the ball all day, right?
He sees something in the defense.
You've actually run him to the point where he's exhausted, right?
Wow.
Yeah, too many unblocked players.
Yeah, well, what's going on here? There's 2 tight ends on this side.
Yep. No, neither of them blocked that guy.
Yeah.
Right? That play should have been a touchdown, but...
I'll tell you, he's one of the most knowledgeable defenders in the league. He knows how to play the game, and he always knows what's going on.
Nickelback in this.
Hey, look at that. The Vultures beat the Bad Men.
Jenkins sends a man.
Bad Men are 7-5.
Allen.
There's a touchdown.
He gets a great block right here. Just bring him for the touchdown. I'll tell you.
Yeah, there's a great block for the touchdown on the opposite side of the field.
Well, hey, you know what?
No, this touchdown was entirely a result of Kelvin Allen's lateral quickness, because that guy is already ripping off his block.
Yep.
But with Kelvin Allen, I could just cut to the outside way faster than that guy can ever reach me.
Yep, that's right. Well, then, 62, to his credit, though, 62, he did manage to hang on to that guy just long enough, too, right?
Yeah, and then once we're out of there, then I'm just gone.
Back to the play on the field.
Well, there's your 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, don't man lock your corners against me. It's a bad idea.
Well, you'll notice that when I'm playing defense this season particularly, I don't always man lock. I don't do it a lot, right? I like to leave those corners out wide because they can contain those wide runs and stuff like that, right?
Well, I tend to do something a little different. What I do is I man lock my corners, but then what I do is I spread my linebackers out and have them lined up practically outside the shoulders of the tackles.
Yeah. Well, you have a little more freedom to do that, though, with the way your defense is designed, because my formations all tend to be quite rigid. Like, I don't do a lot of line shifts or linebacker shifts either, right?
Yeah.
And that's because I've got everybody positioned more or less where I want them to be already. And, you know, so like in this formation here, everybody's where I want them to be, right?
Yep. Yeah, your safeties are in a position where they can run down into the area of the flats and pick off the ball when it's thrown on a slant.
Well, they're also in a good position. They're playing a little bit closer to the line than in a standard formation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they're in a good position to move up and defend the run too, right?
Yeah, whereas your corners are backed way off so that they don't get beat to the outside.
Yeah. Well, and also I like playing those deep zones with the corners on the outside, because if they do like to throw a lot of swing passes or quick outs, that kind of thing,
gives the corners a nice big cushion.
Well, those corners, not necessarily a cushion, but they're already out there. 5 yards to go. You know, like they're not, they don't get drawn into the middle of the field like they would if they were playing a man coverage and the guy, you know, wide receiver runs like an in or something like that on that side, and then they throw the swing pass to the halfback on that side because
there's no one there.
Because there's no one there then, right? Because that's another little trick that you can do too, is if you want to try and throw a swing pass to a halfback or something for a big gain, is have the wide receiver on that side clear the man coverage out for you by running a post or an in or a slant or something like that, right?
Here's the kick. And he chooses not to return this one.
So that's why my corners on the outside actually play a lot of zone defense. And I'm not scared to play man-to-man coverage with my safeties against the wide receivers because, let's face it, the big gains are in this game, in the passing game, are to the outside, right?
Yep.
So if the corners are already playing deep zones to the outside anyway, then like they're already in an excellent position to knock away or prevent any sideline streaks or corners. And the safeties, because of where they're positioned on the field, have inside position on those wide receivers that they're covering. So if they try to run slants or crossing routes of some sort, well, I'm already cheating to the inside with the coverage, right?
Passing on first down. Looking for a receiver. Scrambling around.
Ooh. Yeah, I saw that. They were playing like they were totally covering the flats on both sides there, eh?
6 to go.
That's something that you do a lot better than I do, though. I mean, you know what? I might be the mad bomber, but once I pull the ball down, I'm basically committed to scrambling, right?
Well, it's because I'm not pulling the ball down to scramble. I'm pulling the ball down to get some more time so that I can find somebody to pass to.
Yeah.
Stop of the game on that play.
Well, it's 3rd and 8.
About 8 yards. The visiting team come out in a dime package. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Well, I don't know. You think Marshall should run a curl there, a medium curl? Just a suggestion. You could have...
Yeah, I think I'll have Marshall run a medium curl, and we'll have Mills run a streak on the outside.
Looking downfield, closing in.
Oh, look at that. They completely abandoned him. And then he ran backwards. And then he fumbled.
Come on, man!
Oh, my God. You know what? You played that so well, right? That's just... we got to look at this again. Because look at this. Right? This is crazy stuff. Right? Like, who is that? That's Herman running that circle out, right?
Yeah.
And when you move over here and start scrambling, this guy
abandons his
assignment, right? And so when you decide to throw the ball, well, he's wide open, but look at how far toward the line of scrimmage he runs afterwards.
Yep.
And then he loses the ball anyway.
And welcome back.
You know what? You played that as well as you could have played it, right?
It's 1st and 10.
Hold on to the fucking ball, Herman.
Oh, can you say scripted event? I knew that you could.
With a goal line formation. Throwing on first down. Looking for an option with the pass.
Well, somebody did a nice job defending that pass over there.
Yep, number 34. That's hasty, ain't it?
No, I think that's Matt Mills.
Oh, maybe it's Matt Mills, yeah. They both have numbers in the 30s.
Yeah.
Odd enough, our draft picks ended up with numbers in the 30s.
Drops back, passing right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, number 52 takes number 20's interception away, right?
Yeah, well, you know, what can you do, right?
The defense is just shutting the window.
Making some changes along the defensive
Well,
front. Number 5 scans.
Oh, now they're going to move the tight end over, probably to block. Or not.
Yeah, or not.
Great job getting in there to drag the quarterback down, and he picks up the sack.
And he'll make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
Yep, Cedric Perry getting the sack. I could call a timeout here. I'll call a timeout.
Jefferson stops the clock there.
Is that you've got about a minute and a half there? You might be able to do something.
Yeah, we're basically going to get this back not too far from where we had it.
Here comes the punter. Here's the punt.
Or maybe he'll kick it well away from me. Oh, look at that. He caught it. I took a chance, eh? And it was totally worth it.
Good return there. That could have been a real big
Yeah, we're about 10 yards back from where we were, but, I guess it's fine.
Well, you know what? You make 15 or between 15 and 20 yards, you'd have a shot at a field goal anyway. And you got 2 timeouts because I only spent 1.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Gives it to halfback.
Wow.
Easily.
At the 49.
Well, he's another guy that has
Directing traffic.
retirement just around the corner too, right?
Yeah, but he's always had problems with blocking.
Yeah. Well, because he's a pass receiving tight end, right?
Yeah.
Dropping back. Gets the pass off. And the catch is made. Looks like he's changing the play. He sees something in the defense. Calling an audible now.
I like that mark matchup on the right. You got him outnumbered 3-2.
Yeah, but I'm going to let the clock run here.
Yeah, well, just in case, right?
Because if I don't make it here, then I...
Yeah, you don't want to give him too much time to do
That's
something.
right. And I've still got timeouts if this does work.
Well, you need to make it to about the 35-yard line to have a chance at a field goal.
With the throw, he
Oh.
dives and
Oh, well.
brings him down at the 41-yard
He just
line.
couldn't fall forward on that
Well,
one.
they didn't call a timeout, so you can just let the clock run out.
Yeah, I could.
If they're not going to call a timeout, I'd just let the clock run out. Call a timeout with 2 seconds left and then try throwing a long bomb into the end zone.
Yeah. We could do that.
You could. It wouldn't cost you anything. So long as you make sure you actually throw it deep and down the field.
Kansas City calls
Right.
timeout.
Just throw a streak and see if you can get that high shot trajectory or something, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it was the curls play, like your curls play, in the replay I showed today. It was the left wide receiver running the curls play there that I did this on.
Looking downfield, gets rid of it. He hits
Oh, couldn't get a block.
Well, you managed to get a conversion, though.
25-yard line. The end of the second
Yeah, I was hoping
quarter.
maybe I'd get a block as he ran underneath Mills there.
Yeah, or a broken tackle or something, maybe, but there's always a chance, right? That was still a nice gain through the air. Anyway, we'll take the halftime stretch.
All right. All right, and we're back.
Yes. And you were just complaining because your Western Canadian accent was showing. And
Yeah, well,
in
my Midwestern accent, because people in I've noticed this too. People in like North Dakota, South Dakota, people in like those areas, they sound kind of like us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Montana, they sound kind of like us. But I don't sound like a very sophisticated person. I don't sound like somebody who went to school to get a degree or anything like that.
That's right. You're a highbrow college boy.
Yeah, whatever. Not that it means much.
Oh, well. I think that the people that you associate with probably has something to do with it, too.
Who knows?
Anyway.
I like the people I associate with.
Well, yeah, that's good. Anyway, in the first half, I managed to get 5 pass knockdowns in this, in the first half, but still no interceptions.
All right.
And this guy, our opposition there, he only completed like 6 out of 17 passes.
Yeah, well, you were saying during the break there that you were just absolutely surprised. Like, you're happy with the defense performance this season, but
Yeah,
you're kind of shocked.
The performance overall is good, but I'm still not getting the turnover production that I expected.
Yeah, even compared to the practice season, you were saying.
Basically what's happening here is that more often than not, the opposing offense just basically runs 3 plays and then punts, right? You know, I don't have the big play interceptions and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do get about the same number of sacks as I'm used to getting.
I was going to say it's just because nobody on the Crusaders can catch. But again, though, you were trying to tell me that you've had different experience in the practice season.
In the practice league with the Crusaders, I do have somewhat more interceptions, not a huge number, but what I would consider to be average. There's another broken tackle. Calvin Allen got 5 broken tackles in the first half.
Excellent.
That's worse than a boom. That kind of hit could loosen your teeth.
Hey, you know what? Nah, we'll leave Parkman and the boys in for now.
Yeah, it's not like he gets a lot of playing time in your system anyway because you play so much single back, right?
How they've done today.
Third down conversions are usually a
What do you say? Parkman outside run? Parkman dive.
Parkman outside run. Parkman can run outside.
Yeah, but I have faith in this dive play.
He puts his head down and powers his way to the first.
This is sometimes a game of inches, and that play came down to just a
Right, and everything opened up just the way it needed to there.
Nickelback in this time.
Yeah, really the only reason we don't line up in that formation more is because Parkman can't catch. And I do this a lot when they crowd the line.
Dropping back to pass on first down. Gets the pass off.
I was going to say that for your next foray into offense, maybe you need to work on, like using some of the out-of-the-box full house formations or something.
Oh, those are awful. Never. I think if I had to use out-of-the-box formations, I'd just go full single back. What do you say, Parkman, 20-yard rumble down the field?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Number 86.
He picked up a decent amount there, but
they're going to keep testing this rushing defense.
The guy seems to get stronger.
Yeah, that was a pretty good run, especially for Parkman, although I think he got shorted some yards there.
Calling an audible.
Yeah, that always happens, though, right? You're going to try and run around that left side again, all right?
They're leaving it open.
They'll go with a run once again.
Yep, he's going to get caught from behind by
a defensive lineman. But he made the first down. That first down was all Parkman.
Giving up these types of yards will drive you absolutely nuts.
Well, it's a good change of pace to do this kind of thing. And the thing is, you still have the option to do this kind of thing too, right?
Look at him, he has to jog over there.
Yeah, because he's not going to make it otherwise. But look at that, he can block that linebacker.
Yep. Yeah, well, he can block better than most offensive linemen, though. Wow, what was that spot, though?
Yeah. I don't know, he might find himself, if Easley retires, then he might find himself playing tight end again a little bit next season.
Well, it could be rough at fullback, though. Golston might retire.
Yeah, I know, but you've got so many running backs that could step up and play fullback, though, and it seems like the direction that you want to be directing this offense in is a speed backfield.
Yeah.
Like you don't like players like Parkman won't be on the team that many more years, right? And then if you keep assuming that we keep playing this franchise, eventually you're going to end up with all smaller, speedier guys.
Yeah, but I was planning on getting so many of them that we'd have running backs at wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, like Golston.
Oh no!
Oh, that's not a fumble anyway, but that's okay. You got it back, so you don't even have to waste a challenge.
I might challenge that though.
Joe Winters recovers the fumble.
I'm going to challenge that.
You're going to challenge that?
Challenge that.
Oh, okay.
Because I think we lost yards there.
Well, you picked up a net of 2 after that, but
they're going to review it, and this one might get reversed.
But I don't think that's a fumble. I think you're going to win that challenge.
What the official will be looking for here is to see if the knee is down. It's tough to say with that replay. This one won't be easy.
He belly flopped on the ball, right? The ball didn't come out until his elbow hit the ground.
Plus, it'll save him on fumble statistics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that would be overturned because it was not a fumble.
Yeah,
And you got another yard out of it.
And we got another yard out of it, too.
And sometimes he sees something else.
Yeah.
But this time, everyone could see the call had to be changed.
All right, well, this is why we don't typically line up in this formation. Although this is an oddball situation, they have someone covering Parkman.
With the throw.
Holy
Hey,
shit,
look at that.
he
He
caught
went
it.
down and caught it and everything. Wow.
And then ran backwards.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't
He just
miss
completed
time.
15 passes in a row, which is a good day by anybody's standards. See, Golston is an early example of that speed backfield that you wanted to go to, right? You know, where you have a smaller, faster player playing fullback.
Although not intentionally, really, we just put someone in there who could substitute for the fact that we wanted to take Easley and make him a tight end.
Yeah.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Because Easley was a little more suited for tight end than Golston was. And Golston could block, I guess.
Well, Easley could catch a little bit better, too, I think.
Yeah. I mean, in hindsight, they're probably interchangeable.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He really, like, shot forward there.
Yeah, the thing is, though, Golston is a good ball carrier because he has moves like a halfback, right?
Well, sort of. I mean, he has, like...
He's not extremely fast, but he's quicker than most fullbacks are.
Yeah, what is
right?
he at, all right? So, like, if we compare them, right? Golston's got 72 speed, 79 agility, and 73 acceleration.
Yeah.
Whereas Easley has 64 speed, although I think he's lost a step. 67 agility and 72 acceleration.
Yeah.
All right. Because Easley is 32 years old now.
And we're back.
But actually, we've got a lot of old people at tight end.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
Sarah's the only young tight end we have.
Yeah. Well, Marshall is a couple years younger, though. He'll be around for a while yet.
With the throw.
I'll just throw it right at him.
Hey, look at that. Touchdown,
Wow.
Parkman.
Yeah, this is why we don't run this thing, because we might score touchdowns.
Got the job done on that one.
But, you know, that's exactly the behavior I was expecting coming out in this, was Parkman is so bad at receiving the ball, he has such a bad history at it that they just wouldn't cover him.
They just don't cover him, and then he catches it and he's wide open, right?
Yeah.
Except when he drops it.
Well, I guess, too, I'm not trying to lead those passes, though, either, right?
No, I wouldn't try and
I'm
lead
throwing
it.
them right at him.
Yeah, I think you pretty much have to with him.
And I'm throwing them right at him as hard as I can.
And it's up. The point after is good.
And I guess, you know, both times he caught it, though, he caught it with his body, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's just it, right?
Well,
I was
that's the thing,
expecting
right?
too
If
much
you're-
from him before.
Yeah, if you're not trying to lead him, you throw it right into the middle of his body, well, he'll trap it against his body, right?
Yeah. I was just expecting too much from him before. Ooh, we're going to get to cover a kickoff.
Yeah, that was a crappy kick. Boy. Funny thing is, you're better off doing this than kicking a touchback, right?
Well, knock on not wood, because I
Which
could
is-
always give up a kickoff return
Which
again.
is kind of weird, but anyway.
Yeah, well, I think the speed at which the pursuit team gets down there is a little bit much. And I also think the blocking is really terrible.
They're having no success running on 1st down.
Stuff like a turkey. I mean, less than 2 yards isn't very good.
Throwing on 1st down. Under pressure. Gets the pass off.
Oh, my God.
That's Danny Jones finally came up with that one.
But I think what happens on the kickoff return game is that it's supposed to be like, you know, a game of blocks and breaking blocks.
Yeah.
And what it ends up in this game is a game of who doesn't get blocked. And then people who get blocked are just out of the play.
Have a look at this replay first real quick, because this almost looked like I'm playing man coverage here, right?
Yep.
And of course the corners on the outside are playing the zones, but it's almost like they were sending sending 2 different receivers into the middle, and that's why there was like a huge crowd in the middle there, right?
Yep. Yeah, and then you had number 57 there block it with his body, and then I think it goes through his chest.
It hit Edwards, and then Danny Jones picked it up after.
Yeah, Danny Jones just punches through Edwards' chest.
That's right. He reaches through Edwards' body and pulls the ball through him. Yeah.
Yep. Well, old game, right?
But boy, oh boy, why would you throw that pass?
Why wouldn't you throw this?
Yeah, why wouldn't you throw it to that guy?
If he's looking over the middle, right? He's obviously looking over the middle. His head tracking is over the middle. His angle is over the middle. This guy is just like,
and the thing is that I didn't generate a great deal of pressure on the pass rush there either, right?
Yeah, because they had good blocking.
Well, they cut blocked the defensive end, and then everybody else was pretty much contained, right? That was just a terrible pass.
Yeah, they really should have thrown it to the curl guy. Throw it to the curl guy. Throw the curl. I do it all the time. It works great.
Yeah.
Number 47.
Well, you can't complain about the results that you've been getting, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A running attack that is consistent and effective will help the offense dictate the pace of the game.
Going to the fullback attack here in the second half, eh?
Well, it's just something different I can do to keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
And I guess, too, it gives me a good response for this, because out of single back, it's really hard to take advantage of a spread line.
Yeah.
But out of this, usually, now that defensive tackle could always overwhelm my guy, but usually you can fit in at that gap and then make something happen.
Well, the thing is that you can always audible to a single back formation out of this too, and still have a couple of guys who are basically functionally tight ends, right?
That's right, yeah. Although I think Golston ends up in the
he ends up in the wide
split
receiver
and wide receiver position, yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, he can probably do a good job of running a corner off and then overpowering him.
I think that's a linebacker on white.
Think so? The linebacker on white.
Yep.
Well, whoever it is, he beat him cleanly, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a linebacker on white.
Yeah.
That was a terrible idea for them.
Yeah.
Not only did the quarterback show off his strong arm,
That was free yardage.
played some amazingly soft hands. A great throw with an even better catch.
Yeah, if you score here, you should be able to put Green and company in to finish the things off, eh?
Yep. But instead, we're going to see if we can get Golston a touchdown.
Gets the call.
Yep.
Now, this is exactly how to get the ball in the end zone. Just get in behind the center and guard and keep pushing.
Yeah, we don't use enough of the fullbacks on this team, and they're very highly skilled because I put a lot of effort into developing them.
Yeah, they are. They're good players. It's just that I actually tend to use them more than you do.
But I can use them. I do have plays in my playbook that would allow it.
No, you just tend to not dig this deep in the playbook. Usually, if you have success running out of the single back formations, you tend to stick with that.
I guess with single back, it's very much a big gain, big loss kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas with this kind of running attack, it's pick up consistent yardage or get like no gain.
The home team.
Yeah, the gains are more modest, but the losses are also less frequent.
Yeah. Except for on the occasion where somebody jumps into the backfield and hits the quarterback while he's trying to hand the ball off.
Yeah, but I mean, what can you do? I think, though, the reason that you don't get the runs for a loss out of that formation so much is because your running backs are closer. They line up closer to the line of scrimmage.
I think also having like 3 lead blockers helps too, right? Because I have the 2 running backs, and then I also have the wide receiver or tight end, depending on what side I go to. And actually, that formation is why I want to have running backs at wide receiver. Because then I can have, like, blocking monsters out there at wide receiver.
Which is one reason why they find themselves on the short end of the
This
stick
means
right
Parkman's going to be playing wide receiver?
No, but it means I'm retiring halfbacks to wide receiver, which is a policy I started a couple of years ago. Right? Like, we've already got 2 halfbacks at wide receiver who are still fairly young players. And we'll probably continue to have halfbacks at wide receiver for the foreseeable future. Anybody who's a draft bust at halfback will either go to fullback or wide receiver.
Quarterback back in the shotgun. Closing in.
And I will probably never ever draft a wide receiver again because they're not big enough. Unless we can get a wide receiver who has amazing run blocking.
Bad things are going to happen to you.
And here's a look at each team's success on 3rd down so far.
3rd down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on third down, you keep three things. You keep your drive going.
Oh, over Edwards' head.
And you keep your defense resting on the sideline.
That'll move the chains, John.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you
But, and I mean, I think I throw to Rhodes more than anybody else out of the entire wide receiver
This guy is
corps.
like 7 of 20 so far.
Yet he's been throwing tons of passes, all right?
Well, he's thrown 20 passes.
Well, 20 passes minus the
That's
sacks.
why they're losing. You got to be able to get yards on first down.
That's a backwards. That's a fumble.
Yep.
Wow, he picked it up on the bounce.
Yeah. Wow, that's a big loss.
So it just goes as loss of yards. Those type of passes are tricky. There's an element of danger lingering.
Fifth play of this drive. Number 5 from the shotgun. Gets the pass off. Great throw.
Boom.
Number 20 belts him hard at the 43. He made a nice adjustment to come down with that.
Well, that might not have been the best defensive call to make, but
the
oh well.
to get under it and make the catch.
Playing a little too much of a cushion there on second down.
Back, the lone back. Number 5 with a man in motion. Jones with the stop at the 45-yard line.
Hey, look at Danny Jones stop the run.
Yep. He did a good job.
Porter will come into this game to punt. Here's the punt.
Well, I guess I'm not returning that one.
Ball on their own 26. Calling an
Okay.
audible now.
I'll run it this way.
Fullback handoff. Ross takes him down at the 31.
Well, you know what? That play seems to be working fairly reliably today.
Play better as the game goes on. The more he gets the ball, the better he does.
Well, they line up in a lot of zone defenses, all right?
Touches here
Yeah.
as the game winds down.
Although I don't have to run this, but I could.
Yeah, you do have to run it.
Do I? Oh, yeah, I do have to run it. I'm looking at the wrong clock.
Yeah.
This one is handed off.
That would be terrible to take a delay of game penalty because you thought the quarter was going to run out.
That's what happened here.
That's exactly what would have happened, though.
And he got it completed.
So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the home team. ahead
Well,
of
so
the
far,
visiting team.
I mean, they have provided a couple of minor challenges defensively for me, but so far things have pretty much gone our way. Put Parkman in at halfback.
No. How the hell is he 60 overall at halfback? Man.
That's funny.
You want him in at halfback?
You do whatever you like. It doesn't matter to me.
Oh, God. Oh, I'd have to deal with the fullback situation first.
Yeah, you can't have him start twice.
I mean, I could.
I don't think it'll work all that good because I don't think he's fast enough to play halfback.
What's his carrying rating?
99. Yeah, he takes care of the ball, but see, I used at one time in a franchise I was playing a long time ago. I used a substitution package where I could swap the fullback in at halfback.
Yep.
But that was mostly for like short yardage things and stuff like that, where I wanted a bruiser, And,
All right.
And you use the single back formation to spread the defense out horizontally a little bit, and then you have the fullback try and hit one of the gaps and maybe overpower a linebacker, right?
The defense has had difficulty stopping them on third down.
Well, they just brought up some extra help there.
Yeah, I see that.
With the pass.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you got to throw it right at Golston, too.
I did.
There wasn't a
He just
defender
juggled it.
anywhere near. He'll be thinking about that drop for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't lead it at all. I threw
Oh,
it
well.
right at him.
I guess Wilkes gets to play today after all.
Yeah. I think he did already once.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't know. It happens so seldom that I might have missed it.
Here's the kick.
Holy, that's a monster punt out of bounds. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how long that was.
He crushes it out of bounds. That was a pretty long punt. That was probably close to 60-yard punt.
Only one man back.
Well, he's got high 90s kick power now.
Still running. Matthews makes the play.
I had to make that tackle.
16.
Wow.
Gain of 9 on the play. About a yard to go.
We'll put some more defensive linemen out there.
Out of the gun. Dropping back. Gets rid of it.
That's a hook out.
Yeah. That was very close to being
Yeah.
an out-of-bounds pass, too.
Watch it. He's able to keep his feet in bounds. Make
Let's
the
watch
catch
this.
on a perfectly
Oh, they won't
placed
show it.
pass.
Right? He was close enough there. I suppose if this game was in doubt, I could challenge it maybe, but I don't think it's probably worth it.
Well, I challenged that fumble for Parkman's sake.
Yeah, I know, but you were just having fun there.
First down. Throwing. Great throw. They'll knock him out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Number 5 flings that pass in there.
That must have been a wide receiver, like a slot flat, like wide receiver flat or something.
That's what it looked like, yeah.
And he got out there awfully fast.
Yeah, he beat someone to the outside. But that kind of thing ain't going to get them points.
Back, the deep man, going to the air on first down. He was really hit hard on that play.
Yeah, you talk about your decleaner. That's what happened.
Well, that
there.
time there was a guy in the area. I mean, there's not much more you can do than that.
First and 10.
Oh, he's getting close to 50% now.
Toss play to the left. Wade created problems
Until
in the
Wade
backfield on
crushed that run.
tackle there
Yep,
for a
he
loss.
was there. He crushed that
You
run.
can say that again. He knows how to prepare, and it really pays off when you make stops like that.
They'll have to get the ball inside the 37 in order to convert. Defensive line shifting around a bit. Number 5 starts out of the shotgun.
See
Number
that?
5
If I
sends
shift the
man in
line,
motion.
they always move that tight end
Drops
over,
back.
right?
Gets rid of it.
Didn't help them there.
Oh,
Despite good
and
coverage,
guess what? That
forces
was
the ball to
almost an interception, too.
Yep. Yeah, well, their tight end got beat cleanly there, and that caused him to hurry that throw.
Yep.
And this is the 7th play of this drive. Only one man in the backfield. Number 5 with a man in
Oh,
motion.
now they're going to move the tight end to that side.
With the pass.
Oh,
Number
Again,
52
like
with
he's
the tackle
acting like
at
he
the
wants to go for the
25-yard line.
interception,
Move the
right?
sticks with that
Yeah.
completion.
Which is just dumb. Like, why do you do that?
They're just out there playing a little pitch and
yeah,
catch.
it's the underneath guy's job to do that.
Play of this drive.
Yeah.
They're in field goal
Yeah, if you're
range.
the last man back, you should be just, if you can't make a proper play on the ball,
The
at least
quarterback
make
lines
sure
up with 2 backs behind him. Big time lick. Great play in the
that that guy isn't going to get past you.
Veteran slips in there and gets the sack.
Hey, you still got to give him a lot of respect. His moves haven't diminished that much, and he still makes impact plays.
They'll need to get the ball inside the 15 to convert for the first.
I mean, I wouldn't say that Ben French's moves have diminished at all. I think actually he's reached the peak of his career now.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind
Look at
him.
that.
Guns at left
Jeez,
side.
what is
And
that?
this pass is
Terrible
complete.
coverage, that's what that is.
Mills pulls him down at the
Man, oh
9-yard
man.
line. This is a textbook type drive.
And the thing is, everything they called has worked. Even when it hasn't worked, it still worked.
This drive 9 yards away from a touchdown.
Well, we have a perfectly balanced offense.
Only one man in the backfield. Perry brings him down at the 7. Gain of about a yard. They need 7 yards for a touchdown. Back in the backfield. Pressure coming.
Oh.
Throws it. Just couldn't get that pass under control.
Well, that would make you rage if that guy managed to catch that in that coverage.
I'll say, wow.
The line did a nice job of protection. The receiver just couldn't make the catch.
And this is the 12th.
Yeah, Ben French, why can't you be a couple inches taller? Then your feet could have rolled into the quarterback and he would have tripped over you.
Number 5 from the shotgun. Pressure.
Crunch.
Great play in the backfield.
Safety blitz.
They've had no trouble getting to the quarterback in this one.
Yeah, safety backer.
Yeah, well, that's what Nipper is. He's the strong safety, right?
Yep.
That was basically a safety blitz.
Yeah, the reason why we got Nipper at safety is because he started life as a coverage linebacker, but he started life as a coverage linebacker who could jump.
Difficult situation here, but not much else.
Nice.
To go for it.
Yeah, denied.
Look here, this is not what a quarterback is supposed to do.
All right.
It's your last shot. You're going for it. At least throw it up there and give your guy
See, you
a
got to
shot.
get nasty and aggressive when they get inside your 20. Otherwise, they might score on you.
Directing traffic. Rhodes moves in motion.
You play pretty good defense, but one thing I will say that you seem to be missing is that particular
Number 86.
edge, right?
There you go.
You know, like you don't let people on our side of midfield very often, but you have a lot of trouble stopping them if they do manage to get down into the red zone.
Yeah, I get a lot of field goals kicked on me and things like that.
Yeah.
The defense
It's because you're not aggressive enough when you get into backed up like that. You're always too cautious, in my opinion.
Well, Parkman picked up 3 yards on the stretch run.
Yeah, he did. Was that him?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The 30.
Ooh.
Simpson.
Now Simpson can take the hit.
See, that's something you need to do for next season. You need to develop some kind of a blitz package that you can use in the red zone.
Oh, God. I don't think it's possible, man.
Oh, yeah.
Green with a man in
Not for me. Okay, we've got this.
I know you're allergic to risk, right? That's
again with the run. Ross
Is that Parkman again?
Yeah, 4 yards. You don't need speed at running back. I don't need a Kelvin Allen on my team. I could put Adam Parkman in there and be successful.
Wow. He's having a great time. This has been the most fun game for him in a while, I think.
Yeah, probably, although I think I'm inaudible to this.
drops back. Throws it out over to
Come on, Golston, you have better catching than that.
Golston, who can't catch today.
Right off the receiver's hands.
I'm not sure why he dropped that one. The quarterback delivered it right to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he dropped that one either.
And this is the fifth play of this drive. The visiting team.
Oh,
come
well,
out in a
throw the
nickel
first down pass to Marshall there and be done with it.
Calling an audible.
Try. They've been covering the crap out of him, though.
Yeah.
Dropping back.
Not this time.
Yeah, he's wide open this time. Break a tackle, pick up some more yards, break another tackle.
Knocked out of bounds at the 47.
He's getting tired, though.
Yep.
We're going to have to put Parkman in at halfback again.
Oh, they got everybody up on the line again. Well, you got easily in the slot this time.
Yeah, but I might not need to throw it there.
Pass play here on first down. Throwing.
Parkman's catching everything today.
Oh, man. I don't know what it is. His catching rating is absolute dog shit, okay?
Yep. Yeah,
And
he's probably got the worst hands on the offense.
And Golston is reliable, so I don't know what's going on today.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
Right, Golston is reliable, and Parkman is terrible at catching, and today is just Parkman's day.
Yep.
Drops back. Gets rid of it.
He caught that one too.
Nice read, finding the receiver who was in single coverage.
Wow. He's got like 5 catches in this
He's
game.
doing good. All right, let's see if he can run the counter.
It doesn't look like they're giving it to you, really.
We'll see about that.
Number 35, the man in motion.
Oh.
Oh, well, you know what? This might work out. Lots of blocking.
With the carry.
Oh, I got stuck on my own guy.
Yeah.
The 34-yard line.
Well, you know what? That's
Gain on that
okay.
play.
That's okay. We'll call that successful. You know, does it matter if Parkman's getting tired? I don't think he can run any faster.
Well, you don't think he can run any slower, actually.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, but on my Leopards franchise, I have a player like Parkman, but he plays tight end, and he ended up in one season being the leading receiver
Number 86.
on the team
Holmes
for
holds
catches.
him down at the 32.
And I leaned on him heavily throughout the playoffs
Yep.
because like it was like a season 1 kind of a deal, right?
Yep.
And some of those playoff games were a real struggle, but there were playoff games where I was throwing the ball to that guy like 12 times, right? In a game, 12 or 14 times. In fact, he holds the record for the most catches in a single game. I think I hit him with like 19 passes in one game, right?
Hands it off to the fullback.
Oh, look at this. That's a touchdown. Oh, no, he caught you.
Damn it.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you get
That's a situation, though, where using the dive button is legitimate, though, right?
Yeah, he had to dive to get you, but he got you.
There do exist situations like that where it's perfectly fine to use the dive.
Well,
Looks like he's changing the play. Green sends a man in motion. Hand it off.
yeah,
Madison with the stop.
that would have been a touchdown if that had been a speedier guy, but
That was 5 yards.
that was 5 yards, yep.
See, this is a good way to run the clock, right? It limits
Yeah,
gain.
it limits the number of yards that you can gain, yeah.
Changing the play now. Green.
Thing
with
is,
a
with
man in
this guy,
motion.
though, if it looks like there's no room to the outside, I would just turn and plow up the middle and just, hold the speed burst button down and just try and run
Didn't
over
have much
somebody,
to
right?
work with on that running play.
Well, he got tired that play.
Yeah, he's tired now. He has to go sit down for a bit.
Parkman has to go take a blow.
Yeah, how often does it ever happen where Parkman actually plays enough to get tired, though?
Never.
Right?
I think this would be a first time in his career.
Yeah, another career first for him.
I'm going to run this.
You're gonna run this play?
Yeah, I think I can score a touchdown here.
Okay. At this point, you're just having fun anyway.
Looking upfield.
Yep. Scored a touchdown.
Just got it across the goal line.
Yep, he just lowered his shoulders and got the short yardage.
Hey, maybe we can get Parkman 100 yards rushing.
Well, I think you started a little too late.
Yeah, you're probably right. But-
You'd have to start him at the beginning of the game, probably, right?
Well, the big thing is, too, is he doesn't pick up 10 yards of play like Allen does.
No. And with the obligatory run for a loss every second or third play,
John, they've cashed
you
in
wouldn't
on
be
the
able to make
turnover
any yardage with him anyway.
Although I have to say, it's been surprising how the blocking's been developing on some of these runs. It's not been developing in the usual way
Yeah.
with Parkman.
Maybe the line knows that they have to work a little bit harder when he's back there, right?
Either that, or I think the defenders are cutting more to the inside, and it gives Parkman all this fucking room on the outside, right?
Yeah,
So he
maybe.
downs the kick in the end zone.
Although it would be nice if my receivers didn't get blocked into the back of me. But it's usually like a rear side pursuit guy pushing me forward. See? You can run the ball with Parkman. You can run the stretch run with Parkman.
Yes, you can.
Probably run a toss play with Parkman.
Looking downfield, gets rid of it, and he makes the grab. Mills makes the tackle at the 24.
Hey, you gotta stop these guys quick so I can get Parkman some more yards.
Duff comes in motion.
Oh, they had the tight end on the wrong side. They got to move him over now
Dropping back.
to help out with that
Fires it
blocking.
out to the right. Incomplete. And the cornerback is able to
Yeah, there wasn't anything there at all. That was covered like a blanket.
The ball will come down and when to make his move.
Beck, the lone setback.
Hard to believe that I'm only playing like 4 man-to-man here all the time, right?
Under pressure. Throws it.
Wow.
Incomplete.
And yet I don't
Line
have
is
any
working
problems
against
with,
I'm thinking they're gonna
like
keep
an
throwing to the
uncovered
end. It might be a
receiver
little too
escaping
late.
or anything like that.
I think it's because they leave someone in the block so often.
Yeah.
Probably the man coverage guy just abandons his man coverage and goes and covers someone
They're
else.
forced into a 3-and-out.
Yeah, more than likely.
Here's the kick.
I think that's too far.
Yeah. Oh, I tried to turn away and he wouldn't.
Yeah, well.
I guess once you get to a certain distance, he gets locked into that I'm going to receive this punt animation or something, right?
Yeah.
Because I did do a control input there, but because I started a little too late, he was already in the catch animation, so I couldn't stop him.
Double coverage on Parkman? And now that's probably a blitz.
Probably.
Dropping back
Nope.
pass on first down.
It's a one deep zone.
Parkman picks up almost 10 yards on the pass.
Yeah.
2nd and 2.
All right, come on, Parkman, get out there. We got the 2-minute rush.
Well, with the Crusaders 7 offense,
Calling an audible
I'm
now.
actually trying to
Bill
develop an
comes in
offense
motion.
where
Looks like he's calling an audible.
players like Parkman and Golston will get the ball at least 10 times in a game each.
Marker down.
Oh,
Madison
penalty.
makes the tackle.
Offsides.
Sure,
Oh.
accept the penalty. You'll get
Sure.
first down.
The defense guesses wrong, and they are offside.
The offense loves this. The
How the hell did he
defense
get
makes it easier
offsides?
for him by giving him
Not
the
usual
option
for
to
you
take
to
the
see
play
a
or the
defensive
penalty.
tackle
The
offside.
visiting team come out
Well,
on
he
a
might
nickel
have jumped a
back.
little bit early too,
Sends
right?
a man
Just
in motion.
jumped
Looks like
just
he's
ahead of
changing
the
play.
snap. Because they don't lean over like the linebackers do, but they will jump,
Just
right?
unloaded on him.
Boom. Now that is what football's all about.
They have to reach the 33.
Come on,
to convert.
Parkman.
Green with a man in motion. He'll get it again.
Yeah, they're even not ripping off of their blocks as
Yeah.
quickly, eh?
Like, they're actually blocking different, right? It's weird.
Yeah. Strange.
The
Oh
defense
well,
lines up
Parkman's
in the
tired
nickel.
now. White's in again.
Calling an
You don't
audible.
actually have to run this play. You could just let the clock run out.
He sees something in the defense. Number 35 comes in motion.
I think it has to be the other tight end. Is there motion out there? Yeah, I think it has to be the other tight end. Oh well.
That's the end of the game anyway.
Yeah.
So there you go. My non-touchdown streak
The final score
continues.
is Kansas City 38, Washington 3. On behalf of EA Sports, John Madden and Jill Arrington, this is
See,
Al Michaels
I'm
saying
getting good
goodbye.
enough now at defense that I feel like I can maybe coach you a little bit.
Ha! I don't know. So my formations might not be rigid on defense, but my defensive philosophy is rigid.
Yeah.
All right, and it's funny because I had good defensive displays when I actually came out here and started playing defense for the channel, but my original defensive philosophy was cross my fingers and pray and say, please don't score on me.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah, and your entire defensive philosophy is basically,
Complete and total risk aversion.
yeah, complete and total risk aversion. Whereas, I don't know, I play man under 2 an awful lot, right? Like I play a man under 2 or 4 deep zone almost all the time, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll change once I get pushed back into my own end of the field. That's when I'll change and I'll start sending 5 and 6 man blitzes and things like that.
Yeah.
And I'll actually do zone blitzes to try and lay traps, right?
But see, when I get inside my 20, I start going to the send to.
Yeah. So you did pretty good on the ground. You had 199 yards rushing, and you actually had a pretty good day passing today too.
Yep.
Look at that. See, their offensive red zone scoring percentage is 33%. right?
That's something I can't
They
do.
got a field goal in 3 red zone visits.
Yeah, it's usually like around the 60s for me.
And that's because I get mean when they get into the red zone, right? You know, that's when you start seeing those things like that safety blitz that came in and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
red zone defense is your specialty.
Well, it's because I basically play much more aggressively, right? Once they get in there. And I think it's also a change of pace, because I think that they get kind of into a rhythm with you. And if you play man under two, man under two, man under two, and you play fairly cautiously and conservatively most of the way down the field, they get into a play calling rhythm too, right?
Yep.
And then when you suddenly change that rhythm, I think that's what makes it successful, right?
Yep.
Anyway, Bo Jenkins had a pretty good day passing today. He completed 19 of 21, so 90%. And Lake Green only completed 4 of 6, but he did have a couple of drops there by Golston. And Calvin Allen ended up with 19 carries for 108 yards, and Parkman had 15 carries for 37 yards.
Right on.
Actually, his average per carry is pretty typical of what I get with him too, right? You know, when you take into account that a lot of the runs that he gets are only a yard or 2 because they're short yardage kind of situations.
Yeah.
And then we have Simpson with 3 carries for 35 yards and a touchdown. So there you go. He had 4 rushing touchdowns in this game. No fumbles, and Calvin Allen had 6 broken tackles. And so Simpson and Allen both had 20 plus.
Parkman's longest run was 5 yards.
It was 5 yards, yep. So there you go. And Parkman led the team in catches with 5.
That never happens.
And a touchdown.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Just playing around, it goes to show you that you can do a lot of different things, right? Golston dropped both of his passes, right? Both passes that were thrown to him, he dropped them. Mills dropped 1 and Herman dropped 1.
Maybe Parkman was just having a really good day today.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's strange. But anyway, so there's Matt Mills with all the tackles. Edwards had a good day with 5 tackles and a sack. And Danny Jones got another interception to add to his total.
Yep.
And so I had, 8 tackles for a loss on defense. And I also got 5 sacks from 5 different players.
Spreading it around.
Yeah, so Lewis, left end French. Strong safety, William Nipper, Cedric Perry, and Jerome Edwards. Lone interception by Danny Jones. Look at all the pass knockdowns. So 4, 5, 6, 7 pass knockdowns.
And many of those were failed interceptions.
Yeah, well, Danny Jones knocked down 2 passes that could have been interceptions. Tom Platt gets a forced fumble, but we didn't get it back.
Well, that's typical.
Yeah, and you kicked a nice 51-yard field goal.
Yeah, it happened without even thinking about it. I wasn't even
Let's see
looking
how
at the
long
distance.
that one long monster punt was. It was 60 yards.
Wow.
Yeah, 60-yard punt out of bounds.
Wow, right on.
Yeah. So there you go. Wilkes is actually a very good punter. He just doesn't get any credit, right?
Yeah, and he pooch punts most of the time.
Yeah. So anyway, Rocky Potts completed 14 of 31 yard passes for 173 yards and 1 interception, got sacked 5 times. And look at this though, right? You know, like I just don't allow rushing yardage.
Yep.
Because they did try to run the ball a fair bit too, right?
Yeah, they just couldn't get anywhere around
They
you.
just couldn't get anywhere. And they had a few drops, but I think some of those too were due to contested passes.
I don't think they had any more than we did, though. And
No.
we're a pretty good team at this point.
Yep. Look at that middle linebacker with 15 tackles. Wow.
Yep. He was everywhere.
Yeah, you worked him hard today.
Tillman had 8, and he
look
was
at
a
that.
strong
You only had 6 tackles or 6 runs for a loss today. Wow. They had the one forced fumble on that disastrous play. That has to be.
To Herman.
You know what? I hate to say it, but that has to be the play of the game, right? Like you drop back to pass, everybody's covered. You pull the ball down and scramble around to buy some time, and then you find a guy who's wide open, so you throw the ball to him. He catches it and then runs 10 yards back toward you. And then when he gets hit, he coughs the ball up. Like that was a case of where you literally did everything right and it still went wrong.
Yeah, there was nothing I could do about that.
Yeah, there was nothing you could have done to make that better, right? You did everything right. If that play had been successful, like not losing the ball and actually gaining yards, then that would have been entirely due to you being creative. But anyway, it was a pretty lopsided game, and
they didn't drop a whole bunch of points on you this time.
Nope, they didn't. I was ready for him this time. Calvin Allen, of course, is the player of the game because he did score 2 touchdowns
and got 100 yards rushing. So anyway, like I said, MVP. Calvin Allen is going to be the MVP this season. I'm sure of it. Very likely.
But anyway, I guess we'll be back next week.
Indeed.
Until then,
I'm RecV5.
And I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.